Hi guys. Happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Yay. I am here because I really want to share a few things that I've learned this past, you know, s- year. Let's just call it a year. It's been a long time. Okay, so when I think of breast cancer awareness, I think of, you know, the color pink, ribbons, running, um, think of eating healthy, mammograms, um, self exams. Um, but I never really heard of like the genetic testing. That's getting better over the years. So now that's added into the mix as a possibility. I really strongly believe that early detection is key, and a lot of doctors and specialists will tell you the sooner you find it, the better. So there's a lot of ways now that we can check ourselves as women, people who have breasts, check and notice if there's any changes, differences. Um, Actually, when I was going through the process and I was doing my IV chemo, um, and the IV chemo was not working to kill my cancer. I didn't know that later, but um, even the 3 months that I was doing it, I noticed changes in my right breast, which is where my cancer was. And I've always had a list on the refrigerator showing the boobs and showing signs of breast cancer. And one of them is indentation. And so I started noticing when I would like lift my arm that this breast was indented. And I didn't notice that before. And so at the end of the chemo, it turns out that my tumor actually grew. And so I feel like that was then I was getting signs of breast cancer as I went, even on the medication. So your body does change. You just need to watch it and listen. Doctors aren't going to come looking for you to check your boobs. You got to go to them. Um, that's not how our system works. So we get in there early, and especially if there's cancer in your family, you get in there early because not only is it good for early detection, it's good for like survival rate. It's also good for like treating it. So the later you are stage, the harsher the treatments. Like you have to go through so much more, to get started even on the treatments. And it could be fast. You could be in the hospital in a week getting surgeries and all kinds of stuff. I mean, everybody has a different story. There's so many stories. Um, so, my story's one, and then you can multiply the intensity of my story by 100 and get another person's story. So, it changes a lot person to person, but we can do a lot of things to help ourselves. Um, when I got the cancer I did, it was called invasive ductal carcinoma. That type of cancer, there's many, I think there's 7 or 8 different kinds of breast cancer. The one I got is very well studied, right? So the more people get an illness or sickness or disease, then the more it's studied. So that was a plus for me. But there's a lot of other cancers, they're not as studied because not a lot of people get them. So we need to spread this money around. It doesn't matter if 5 people get it, we still need to study this illness and sickness to help those 5 people. That's how I feel. I mean, I know it's a big ask, but I feel like monies can be spread around. And another reason that uh, I just feel like, so one time I got really bad advice early on in this, and it was before my surgery, and someone told me to not get the surgery, um, to not get the double mastectomy and not let them do all that to me and the hysterectomy and all that because um, I don't really know why they said that, but um, maybe they thought that that wouldn't help me, or I don't know, ruin you, or I don't know what their thought behind it was. But my thinking is, even if it doesn't help me, even if it doesn't work, even if it doesn't save my life or whatever, I still am part of this story. I'm still a part of this experiment, per se. I'm still a part of the human race. I'm still a part of this study of cancer now because I have it. So I have a lot of knowledge and stuff to give just by having a body, by having breasts. I can like share and have other people, even doctors, learn from what kind of cancer I have and what it did and how fast it grew and what kind of medicine cured it and what didn't. So I know people don't like to be statistics, but we all are. And they can be positive too. And I've always felt like that no matter whenever I first heard the word statistic, I just like, well, yeah, we're all that. We're all a number. We're all people too. I mean, we have feelings, obviously, those closest to us get to know those feelings and the ones we love, but we all do. We all share all the pain and suffering. We all share. It's not hidden from anyone. And I just want to tell you one last thing that because I have cancer and it was in my dad's side of the family, and I was able to get genetic testing for my daughters too. And so now they know if they have the gene mutation or not. And they were really, um, I was really happy that they decided to know because knowledge is power. Now they can start, if they need to, get early detections. They don't have to fight with doctors about why, they want early detection. I didn't have to fight with doctors because I found really good doctors that listened to me. If my doctors hadn't listened to me, I would have been moving right along because I don't waste any time with my health. I never have. I'm very healthy. I'm strong. I, my kids, I make sure that they're healthy. They don't miss doctor appointments. I I just really admire that whole profession. It's very scientific, and when you get down to the molecular level, it's pretty amazing. Um, so I want to be a part of that. I think it's positive for me. So that's where I stand. That's where I am, and I just want to encourage everybody out there to maybe support your wives and your girlfriends and stuff too, and let them know, hey, I'm just here for you. It's a scary thing for women to get a mammogram. Like, I don't know why I wasn't so scared, but I hear it's scary for people. So, just support people and show them that you care, and talk about it, and don't be scared to talk about it. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for listening. And I'm going to share more later, specifically about what my cancer did when it was growing. But for now, I think it's gone. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And all the other cancers too. I mean, there's a lot we have to deal with. So just listen to your bodies and be healthy how you can be, okay? Many blessings to you all. I love you.